Welcome to the Dummy Cougar channel, everyone. Today's video takes place mostly in Alton, Missouri, where I'm doing a deep dive into all the latest legal perils fearless freedom fighter JC News Now is currently facing. To do that properly, we have to travel all the way back in time to the summer of 2022 when JC had just started his channel. During that summer, JC strolled right into an Alton, Missouri licensed bureau and revenue collection building to perform one of his, quote, audits. We have a lot to cover on this one, so we're going to just jump right in.
I guess this is the revenue office. It's an old bank vault. It's kind of cool. Oh, old world map. I dig that. That's awesome.
How can I help you?
I'm just me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting some footage. I don't need any help.
For what?
Thank you. Just because I'm a photographer.
I mean, you can have federal footage for this building.
It's public, isn't it?
Can you have footage of this building?
I've got permission. James Madison and the Founding Fathers. Under the First Amendment. I'm not trying to be ugly.
So I'm blurring out all the women's faces in this video because a day after this incident, JC received a protection order from one of them for sexual harassment. Sexual harassment may also come into play for his most recent charges he's currently wanted for. Before we continue, I also need to add that these license bureaus are not public property. They are privately run and operated through contracts from the state.
You need to go.
I'm sorry?
You need to go, she said. You can't video. You need to go.
Why? Is this public? Is this a public office?
Go.
Is this a public office?
Go.
Okay, no.
We'll call the sheriff's office.
Okay, they're not gonna come, but you can call them if you want. What's your name, ma'am? Since you want to bark orders. Can I have your name so I can file a complaint on you? We're not gonna do transparency here today. Is this you? All right, y'all. This lady here thinks she can run me out of a public office. She doesn't know her place as a public servant, and she's refusing to identify. This lady did okay. If you want to complain, here's the number. Feel free to call.
So I removed two major instances from his original video. What Jimmy doesn't like to talk about is the fact that he took this opportunity not just once, but twice to zoom in on his camera, specifically focusing on the chest of one of the women working here. This act was one of the more perverse actions I've witnessed from any of these purported activists during their recordings. Jimmy immediately posted this recording on YouTube and received mostly praise from his audience. Because freedom, I guess.
You're not. This is the lady, I guess, that said, no, I can't film. Is this a private office or public? It is? Okay. All right, y'all. Pull all this camera footage. Well, I was going to leave, but now the cops are coming on my way. I don't run from cops. I don't do anything unlawful. You still don't want to identify? You're a public servant, ma'am. You operate on our tax dollars. Is this how you treat the public, with disdain? It's unacceptable, ma'am. I'd like to file a complaint on you.
Could you remove him from our office, please?
Just doing a little filming. It's a public place. I haven't committed a crime.
Well, get your filming done and we'll go on outside real quick, okay?
All right.
Y'all wanna go to the back, you can, or whatever.
All right, we'll let you handle it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the filming here.
All right. We learned a lesson today, ladies.
Jimmy left shortly after this without any further confrontation. The police messed up on this one initially, not realizing that this was private property and that they should have removed him immediately. However, he would eventually pick up 2 trespassing charges stemming from this incident. As of the production of this video, he has a jury trial scheduled for May 31st of this year. So why was it 2 separate charges of trespassing? Well, by not ejecting him or banning him from the premises on the 15th, he was able to return the next day, providing him the chance to teach these women another lesson. This is what he said about his return.
He's at it again. I went to the courthouse again today, and I was greeted by the sheriff and the chief of police. They tried to tell me the revenue office was a private property, was a private entity. And he said I couldn't go back over there. I said, well, Eric, I'm going to test that because I'm going to do it. I said, it's a state entity is what it is. It's not private. Good God. He was just testing me, I know, see if I knew what I was talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. Eric, you know what I'm talking about, bud. It's a state entity. He said all their funds comes from fees. Come on now. It might be a privately owned building, but if the state's got a DMV in there, it's state. Let's get real, y'all. This is funded by taxpayers. Our tax dollars are funding this. It's irritating to me because, dang, them girls in there need auditing probably about every day. They didn't like it when I went in there today either. She said, this is a private property and we want you to leave. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I said, well, if you're asking, I'm going to say no. It's not private, and it's public. It's state funded. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
No, Jimmy, they're not. The License Offices Bureau manages the operations of 178 license offices throughout the state. These local offices provide driver's licensing and motor vehicle services to Missourians and are operated by individuals or businesses approved through the state of Missouri's bid process. And if that's not enough, here's what the Kansas City License Bureau says. It says, we are a privately owned business that operates the license office and strives to maintain high standards of customer wait times, customer service, and low transaction errors. The Liberty, Missouri office says the exact same thing, as does the Gladstone location. So, Jimmy, hopefully that clears this up for you. As for the woman he sexually harassed and spread across YouTube, she was able to obtain an ex parte protection order against him on the 16th, which was served to him that same night. Let's take a look at that.
Hey, how we doing?
All right.
Hey, I'm Deputy Alton, North County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
Here to serve you a paper from the courts. Issued a restraining order against you. Judge saw it fit to go ahead and grant it.
Okay.
So here's the paperwork for you. Court date's highlighted right there. Be June 29th of this year at 2 o'clock at the courthouse, okay? Second floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the stipulations. Can't be within 200 feet of her or the place where she works at, which is the Alton License Bureau. And that's it, okay?
I don't know. I don't want that.
Okay, that's fine. Just if you don't show up to the court date, a full restraining
Yeah, I'll
order.
take that.
Okay, all right.
And this was signed by who? What judge?
It'd be Judge Allen.
Judge Allen.
Yep, it's right here at the top of it.
Okay. And this is the same as what you got right
Yes,
there?
sir. Yep.
What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Huddleston, 4063.
How'd you find me?
I don't know. This address was on the paperwork.
Oh, somebody ran my name without a crime?
I have no idea.
You don't?
I have no idea.
And you
sir.
work for Oregon County?
Yes, sir.
Your name's Huddleston?
Yes, sir.
What's your badge number?
4063.
All right, don't come back up on my place. You came through a place. Did you not see the no trespassing sign?
I had legal documents.
That doesn't give you right to come on my place.
Yes, it does.
No, sir.
Yes, it does.
No, sir. You're
I have
trespassing. Get the off my place.
I will do so.
Beat it. Kick
right.
rock. You got anything in there that's illegal that I need to know about?
No, sir.
Get out of here. Don't come back. Kick rock. Don't you come back through my gate. No, you don't cross the gate. Mother. All right, there we have it, y'all.
I captured this screenshot back in 2022 when he was trying to defend himself in the comments section. People who saw the original video will recall that this is a complete fabrication. There was no paperwork around when he zoomed in on her chest. She was on the phone, presumably seeking assistance to remove this individual from her office. It was definitely an uncomfortably prolonged 20 seconds to witness. I imagine, upon seeing herself on YouTube, those moments felt like an eternity to the victim. The next day, he persisted in victim blaming.
I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with my court. What happened is I got mad because a woman in the revenue office filed a false police report and got a restraining order, so I couldn't go in there, so I couldn't go finish my story. Well, that pissed me off a little bit because I wasn't done. Anyway, so I got in my feelings a little bit because this lady said I sexually harassed her. Y'all go look at the video and see if you can tell me where I sexually harassed her. I believe it's because my camera fell on her little patch of cleavage that she had showing. But if you look at the video, you'll notice I was focused in on something else and she stepped in front of my camera. Anyway, so I decided to file a charge on her for a false police report. This is a public servant, y'all.
The video in question has of course been removed from his channel, but I retained a copy just in case anyone ever needed it in the future. I want to make it clear, she did not step in front of his camera. She was at her workstation, on her phone, when he decided to zoom in on her chest while he nervously whistled. Don't challenge me on this, Jimmy. I keep receipts. But what he did next was truly astounding. He cranked up a live stream and read aloud this entire restraining order that included the victim's name, address, and phone number. He also encouraged his viewers to, quote, redress their government if they felt so inclined. Remember, this is a private citizen. This, of course, broke the conditions of the protection order, and an arrest warrant went out on June 22, 2022 for that violation. He was almost immediately arrested and was given a $10,000 bond. Per the court finds that the defendant has multiple felony convictions and that he is charged with the violation of an order of protection of this court. The court finds that the bond amount set is reasonable and is necessary considering allegations the defendant flagrantly disobeyed the order of protection issued by the court. He was released shortly after this on that $10,000 bond. He said the following in a live stream right afterwards.
Of the chick in the DMV that put a restraining order on me, she filed a false police report. Oh yeah, and so he filed the restraining order violation and harassment charges. I harassed this girl for posting a video of her restraining order they served me with. You bet, sweetie. You tell John that we're thinking about him and we ain't forgot him. But anyway, he realized that I posted a video of the restraining order. Well, the police forgot to redact her phone number. Now, am I breaking the law for showing a video of a public document that the police failed to redact her information? Or did the police just make a mistake and not redact it? Well, I believe it's the second. I believe the police just made a mistake and failed to redact her information.
He didn't just release her phone number during the live stream. After he got off his live stream, he took a screenshot of her phone number, posted it on his community tab for anyone to call and continue harassing her.
Yeah, well, see, they filed restraining orders, but the problem with that is that's a violation of my rights. You know, that's blocking me from going in there. What if I need to go in there? That's a tax-paid building. You know, that's funded by the taxpayers. They can't kick somebody out because they've got a camera in their hand. Who the hell do they think they are? Anyway, it's malicious prosecution is what it is.
It's always malicious prosecution according to a lot of these freedom fighters. Given that this order was given ex parte, a full hearing was scheduled for July. By this point, the remaining women in the office had also filed protection orders against Jimmy. On July 18th, Jimmy decided to represent himself in the matter. The women in the License Bureau office came out victorious, leading to a full order of protection. Here's what he said after that hearing.
Morning, everybody. JC News Now. Hope everybody's having a good day. This is a video I want to do to kind of bring awareness to what's going on at the DMV here in Alton. When I went to court to answer to a restraining order, I got to ask some questions. And so the lady that originally got butt hurt and decided to put a restraining order on me, she got on the stand and, using her own words, this lady wrote in her police report that I was filming her tits. Well, that's not what happened. I wasn't filming her tits. I wasn't really even looking at her tits. And I told her, I said, you know what I saw was a professionally dressed young lady. I wasn't even thinking about her breasts. They put another lady on the stand and let me ask her questions. And I said, you don't get any money from the state? And she said, nope. And I said, you just collect fees and y'all get fees? Yep. All right, but the thing is she's still taking money. She's taking money from the people of Alton. What are they doing with that money? She basically said they're sticking it in their pocket.
Of course, we have more victim blaming from this 5'0" little man. Not only does he laugh about the order of protection, he says the woman was, quote, just butthurt. He also goes into detail about how the License Bureau works, saying, quote, she's still taking money. She's taking money from the people of Alton, unquote. Thanks to Jimmy's groundbreaking revelation, we all now know how a business works. This is world-class journalism, guys. You all may think that was the last of Jimmy's dumb moves, but you would sadly be mistaken. Only 10 days after losing at his hearing, Jimmy breaks the order of protection again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? JC News Now. Hope everybody's having a great day. And hope everything's going well for everybody. I just wanted to kind of show everybody what's going on with this unlawful seizure of my phone. I did an audit at the DMV in this little town I live in Alton, Missouri. It's a redneck motherfucker here, man. Anyway, I went in there, did fine. Went through, the lady asked me, said, you can't film in here. And I told her I had permission, and she said, from who? And I said, the Founding Fathers and James Madison. And she didn't like that, so she went and asked her boss. Her boss said, no, he's got to leave. Well, I didn't. I went back the next day and did a follow-up walkthrough. She didn't like that shit, and I left. So, but before I left, I said, you see, ladies, cops didn't even make me leave. They didn't even get my ID. Well, chick in the DMV went and filed a police report, said I sexually harassed her, and she even wrote the word tits in her police report. said I sexually harassed her when I didn't even get ugly with these people. It was one of my nicer audits. Anyway, I went back. That was on the 15th and the 16th. I went to the police department. I got pissed. Oh, the cops coming to my house and delivered a restraining order. She took out a restraining order on me. Well, I got to looking at it, and damn, the cops forgot to redact her cell phone number. I don't even know why she gave the cops her number anyway. So I took a picture of it, and I posted it. And it wasn't my mistake, it was the cops' mistakes.
For transparency, I cannot be sure if this instance violated the restraining order or not. While reviewing all of his live streams for any mentions of the victims, I found only this video where, without stating her name, he indirectly spreads the victim's name while going over the search warrant. I blurred the documents out, not him. Either way, 3 days later, an order was submitted by the prosecutor to rearrest our protector of the First Amendment. He was quickly scooped up and poof, Jimmy disappeared from YouTube for a few months. So what happened? After his arrest, he was given a new bond, $50,000 cash only. After sitting in jail for a few months, he eventually took an Alford plea for 2 charges, violation of an order of protection, of which he was sentenced to 9 months in jail. He had already served the majority of that, so the remainder was suspended. He also received 2 years of unsupervised probation. His other charge that he pled guilty to was felony harassment in the first degree. He didn't receive any jail time for this charge, but was hit with 2 years of supervised probation. Upon being released from jail, Jimmy said the following.
What's up, everybody? JC News Now. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Maintaining, chilling, holding them accountable, keeping them right. I'm out and about. They tried to tie me down, and they did for 6 months. But I'm out now. We'll see what happens next. I gotta kind of be cool. I got 2 years probation for conducting a constitutionally protected activity. It's the way the system works here. They want to wipe their ass with the Constitution. It kind of sucks. So I gotta take it easy, and I can't get all shitty like I normally do, which that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Yep, I'm coming for you, Sheriff DeGase. I'm bringing lawsuits with me. You're gonna have to change your act, buddy.
So why am I bringing this old case up, and how does it relate to current events? Well, I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. First, JC recently had a probation revocation hearing where the prosecutor was seeking jail time for allegedly not meeting the obligations of his probation. He's had numerous run-ins with the police since being let out of jail, one time resulting in a jaywalking citation. He took this to trial where he was found guilty and hit with a fine and court costs. In September of last year, he was arrested and hit with charges of trespass and failure to ID. He pleaded not guilty to those charges and currently has a trial date set for July of this year. Those 2 incidents were the basis for attempting to revoke his probation. However, after hearing arguments from both sides, the judge denied the state's motion to revoke. He wrote, "After considering the facts and circumstances, the court denies the state's motion. Defendant continued on existing terms of probation." A mere 6 days after discovering his probation wouldn't be revoked, a fresh charge of felony harassment emerged, accompanied by an arrest warrant dated 12/26/23 on the Missouri court's website. Though the exact details remain elusive, there are some indicators. In November of 23, Jimmy engaged in a heated dispute with an officer from the Ava, Missouri Police Department, resulting in his expulsion from that police department. Let's quickly delve into that incident.
Okay, I appreciate you. What's your name?
None of your business?
Oh, it is my business, sir. You're a public employee.
You can find out by asking the city.
You're restricting my right to the First Amendment to redress my government, sir.
Yeah, I'm.
That's a 1983 lawsuit. What's your name and badge number?
I'm a law enforcement. I do not have a badge number.
Okay.
I am a dispatcher.
Okay, good.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Dave.
Dave, that's it?
Sir, so,
Well,
you go. Have a good day.
you are a city employee. You get paid with our tax dollars, sir.
You have
So,
a good day.
so you do work for us.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you're not gonna identify. All right, I need
Knows who I am.
okay, you got a sunshine
The
request?
city knows who I am.
I don't.
We do not, actually, tell you the truth.
And who are you, sir?
None of your business.
Okay, get out of the police department then.
Uh,
You're not allowed to film inside the police
Are
department.
you trying to,
You can fill that out.
you trying to deny my right? I need another complaint form.
Well, you can fill that out and return it, but you're not allowed to film inside. Go ahead and step out the door.
What's the law on that?
It's in the state law. Step out
It's
the door.
not in the state law.
Step out the door or you
Or
will
what?
be escorted out.
Escorted, you gonna put your hands
Yes.
on me?
Yes, I will if you,
You
do not
will?
comply. Step out.
Can you state the ARS?
Step out.
What's the MLC on that? I need a
Step out.
complaint form, sir.
You have one in your
And
hand.
I need,
Step out.
I need another one for you.
Step out.
What's your name and badge number?
Lieutenant Butterworth,
All right,
414.
Lieutenant.
Step out.
You should know the law.
Have a good
You
day.
gonna push me out?
Get out of the door.
I need a
Walk
complaint
away.
form. I need a
Go.
complaint. I'm coming back in. Lieutenant, I'm gonna turn in my sunshine request. Fuck you.
All right, you can complain on me too. Fill that
I'm
out.
going
Do
to.
not film inside the
I need my copy of my sunshine. This is a public building, sir. It needs
Copy of it.
it needs to be date stamped. You've been served, Butterworth. I'm gonna look at your cars. Fuck you. A lariat. He's running the tag.
Get away from them personal cars.
Oh, eat a dick, man. I don't have to.
They ain't got nothing to do with you.
This is public property.
That right there is not a cop car. Get away from
Don't touch me. What's your name and badge number
Get out
since
of
you
here.
want to bark directives?
You want to buck? I'm going to buck with you. Get out of
I'm not bucking. You are.
here. Get.
I'm going. What's your name and badge number?
Jimmy, get off the property.
Ha ha ha! This is public property, sir. I haven't committed a crime. You need a crime.
You got that accent. Where you from?
None of your business. Get away from my car.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Helmet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where's my camera at?
What's your name and badge number?
I was going to film you. Hey, Robert, John 3, David 9, Sam.
Yeah, go run it. See who it comes back to, dumbass. What's your name and badge number?
What's your name? What's your badge number?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your badge number?
None of your business. I'm a private
Do I look
citizen.
like a cop?
Do I?
Do I look like a cop?
You got a name and badge number? You gonna identify?
I ain't got nothing. You going to identify? Who are you?
None of your
Who are
business.
you?
None of your
What's
business.
your name, boy?
None of your business,
What's
boy.
your name, boy?
None of your business. Look at this,
Hey, that's
y'all.
a nice little do-rag you got up there, man.
You like that, do you?
Look like a...
All right, get out of here, punk. What a great video.
A couple quick observations. There is no state law addressing recording in police departments. However, it remains uncertain if there was a specific policy in place. Second, despite my disdain for Jimmy and his behavior, the two officers did not represent themselves well. Their actions appeared more like bullying to me. The use of a homophobic slur was entirely unnecessary and only contributes to fostering animosity toward the police. A few days after this incident, Jimmy attends a city council meeting in Ava to submit a very legit letter of intent to sue, where he demanded a $35,000 settlement for this alleged rights violation. Let's take a brief look at that clip.
My name is Jimmy Haig. Had a visit to the Ava City Police Department the other day. I was trying to file a sunshine request, and Chief Overcast and Lieutenant Butterworth denied me my First and 14th Amendment rights. I'm an independent journalist and I have a small YouTube channel called JC News Now. On November 25th at 11:33 a.m., I entered the Ava City Police Department and attempted to get 2 officer complaint forms, and while there, I decided to do a sunshine request. I was told to turn off my camera. That's a First Amendment right violation. I'm a press. We have this right in America. These men are a liability to the great city of Ava. This is a beautiful city, and they're going to cost y'all a lot of money. As y'all can see, right now, I'm personally serving you, Mayor, with a letter of intent to sue. And I'm going to sue the city of Ava under the 1983 laws. It's a federal law, and this is your 30-day notice to either settle or we're going to face off in a federal court. I'm JC News Now. Share, like, and subscribe. You're next, DeGase.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day, Jimmy.
Yeah, suck it easy. All right, they've been served. They got 30 days. We'll see how it goes.
You know, when the public asks if you're a cop, you should identify as an officer of the law. Not saying, do I look like a cop? Do I look like a cop? I'm adjusting in my government right now. You don't like being part of the government? You don't like working in this kind of profession? Then quit. But actually, you're fixing to get fired, I hope. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
All right.
You want to say all that stuff now? Overcast? Ain't got nothing to say? Still not going to identify? It's a public building, sir. You don't have to step outside.
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing it here. It's okay, go ahead and talk, just not quite so loud.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Sir,
Mayor.
I'm not trying to be loud, and I also thank you for your time.
Every one of y'all are on notice. You violate rights, it's coming down.
So that concludes the footage I have of their interactions. The dates of these two conflicts hold significance, and I'll illustrate why shortly. First, let's examine the probable cause statement. It reads, on December 13th, 2023, at approximately 12:25 hours, complainant came into the lobby of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office to report harassment by Jimmy Hague for posting multiple videos on YouTube, TikTok, and other social media platforms about complainant. Complainant stated the videos that Jimmy Hague has made about him are in regards to complainant being involved in homosexual adult videos. Complainant also stated that Hague stated in the videos that complainant assaulted him when he was escorted from the Ava police station. Continuing, it says, I, Deputy Joseph Daring, took the complaint and statement from complainant at this time. Complainant stated that he never touched Jimmy Hague and he has never been in any homosexual adult films. Complainant stated that Jimmy Hague has made several slanderous statements about complainant, and the actions have caused numerous people to contact the Ava Police Department and making threats about stalking complainant's family and himself. Complainant stated that this affected his ability to work in a productive manner due to the threats and false accusations. Next up, we're going to read the complaint and a request for warrant from the prosecuting attorney. He writes, there is probable cause to believe that the accused committed the following crimes. The defendant, in violation of Section 565.090, committed the Class E felony of harassment in the first degree. In that on or about December 13, 2023, in the city of Douglas, state of Missouri, the defendant, without good cause, engaged in an act with the purpose to cause emotional distress to confidential victim by making slanderous, false accusations against confidential victim and making threats about stalking confidential victim's family, and such act did cause confidential victim to suffer emotional distress. Defendant is a prior offender under Section 558.016. Defendant is also a persistent offender and is punishable by a sentence to an extended term of imprisonment, specifically such as that of a Class D felony under Sections 558.016 and 557.036, in that he has been convicted of 2 or more felonies committed at different times. The felonies are as follows. 1. On or about April 17, 2023, defendant pleaded guilty to the felony of first-degree harassment in the Circuit Court of Ozark County. Number 2. On or about June 16, 2003, defendant was convicted of the felony of second-degree assault in the Circuit Court of Howell County. And finally, number 3. On or about July 1, 2002, defendant was convicted of the felonies of manufacturing or possession of a controlled substance, Scheduled 1, 2, and delivery of drug paraphernalia to anyone under 18 in the Circuit Court of Pulaski County, Arkansas. And lastly, here's a copy for the warrant for arrest. Notate the date in the top right-hand corner that reads December 13th, 2023. The reason I'm pointing out the date is because the probable cause statement, the prosecutor's complaint, and the warrant all point to December 13th as the day that the harassment purportedly occurred. However, the argument at the police department transpired in November, and Jimmy addressed the city council on the 12th of December. Notably, there are no videos or live streams on his channel from the 13th regarding any of the officers or departments at issue. Moreover, in neither encounter did I hear any mention of involvement in adult films or threats to the officer and his family, which raises questions for me. Was there an incident that we don't know about on the 13th that has been removed from his channel? It's unclear at this moment. Jimmy did recently express displeasure about the sheriff's office allegedly deleting comments on their Facebook page. Could the threats and other statements have been made in the deleted comments? For me, there are many unanswered questions surrounding the actual events. And furthermore, will the prosecutor attempt to have his probation revoked again? As of the production of this video, there has been no movement in that regard, but it does seem quite likely. And lastly, when will Jimmy turn himself in, or will he remain in hiding until apprehended? If history were to repeat itself, he may choose to evade these accusations. In 2001, Jimmy pled guilty to assault in the second degree, a Class C felony. His sentencing for that guilty plea included 120 days in jail plus 5 years of supervised probation. After only 6 months, an arrest warrant was issued because he broke the conditions of his probation. From the paperwork that I can see, it seems to have taken almost a year, but he was eventually apprehended in the neighboring state of Arkansas. Because of the revocation and possibly from running from these warrants, Jimmy spent the next 5 years in prison. Yikes. And so that's where I'm going to wrap it up today. I am very interested to see where this goes, so I'll be keeping an eye out in regards to both the warrant and his probation status. Please watch this space for future updates. Thanks everyone for coming by today. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys at the next video.